What is up? I know I haven't posted anything in about 2 weeks, but this is gonna be my first prep update. So I've been on prep for a little over 8 weeks. I'm sure some people have already noticed that, I've been on prep, but I haven't made any, say, formal announcements. The initial plan was just to do a mini cut. 6 weeks, super aggressive, and then I told myself if after those 6 weeks I could get myself within striking distance of contest shape, that I would consider doing some shows towards the end of the year. So around 2 weeks ago, that's when I pretty much decided that I would turn that mini cut into a full-on season. Just some updates, some stats. I started this prep or this cut at 160. I think that was July 18. Yeah, that was around July 18. Right now, I am averaging around 145 or 146. So that is about 14 to 15 pounds in 8 weeks. Actually, most of it was lost in the past 6, and then the past 2 weeks, I've actually slowed it down. So I've been losing around 0.5 pounds per week these past 2. In terms of my calorie intake, I did start super aggressive. I went straight into 1.4 to 1.5 calories on average, about 100 to 120 grams of protein, and then my carbs and fats were usually a little bit all over the place, but I would say carbs somewhere around 200, fat sticking somewhere around 30 to 40. So that was for the first 6 weeks, minus around 3 or 4 days where I was on vacation. That sort of turned ugly, and I was consuming, I think, maybe around 2.4 to 2.5. So that kind of killed the momentum. That was like week 2. But I did manage to catch up. I've also been doing around 13,500 steps. So it was around 12,000 to 15,000. I'd usually catch a weekly average in steps of 13.5, 13.7. So it's been kind of a lot, like a big deficit, lots of steps. Getting a lot of shit done in, again, the first 6 weeks. And then for the past 2, I've increased by roughly 200 calories on average, which is really not much, but it's just enough to still get me losing weight. And for my steps, it's been kind of the same, 13,000-ish, sometimes a bit lower. So I'm just being a little less aggressive, mentally especially. So I'm not chasing the deficit this time. I'm not chasing too many steps for now. I'll probably try to see for maybe the next week or the next 2 weeks if I can, continue to hold on to this 1.8 calories and 12,000 steps. And if I still lose weight, I'll keep doing that. If not, if I see myself stall, that's when I'll probably go back into pushing my calories down again. I'm also going to be taking this time to focus more on training now that I have a little more to eat. And speaking of training, it's honestly been really good. I mean, considering I'm around 3 belt sizes down, I've actually been able to retain most of my lifts. And the ones that I've really noticed to take a hit would have been my barbell squat, which is mainly because obviously that's 15 pounds down, but also I'm not used to bracing with a belt that is 3 sizes down. So that is pretty much off rotation. I've switched it out with deeper high bar squats, lighter and more reps, still maintaining a lot of intensity. The other movement that I've seen sort of regress would have been the Romanian deadlifts, which I have since, actually early on, I've switched it out with barbell good mornings, which have been really good. I think I started with like 2 plates for maybe like 6 to 8, and now, at least today, I've hit 3 plates per side, and I think that was for 6 relatively clean, not the cleanest reps, but that has become my sort of my main hinge pattern. So yeah, other than that, all other movements seem to have either been maintained or are actually improving, which is actually a really good sign for me right now. Even if I am, again, being quite aggressive with this whole drastic prep, drastic cut. Because I've been able to maintain my training performance, I haven't noticed a lot of muscle loss, or I don't think I've seen muscle loss at all. I do get flat quite fast, but at the same time, it's not the type of flat that looks too stringy. I mean, not yet. It's actually still kind of early into this prep to look that way. Hopefully, I'll be able to maintain at least most of the mass I've built in the past 3 years. So that is pretty much all I had to say. I just wanted to tell you guys that the reason I haven't been able to post videos as frequently is because I have been prepping. And I've also been busy coaching a bunch of my clients who are less than a week out from WNBF Philippines. A few of them also still have shows few weeks, few months after that. So I am going to be a little busy, but I will try my best to get some videos out. I think specifically on aggressive contest prep diets, what I think about them now that I'm actually in the process of one, and maybe a few other ones covering either my clients' shows or my own shows. But so far, there is no fixed schedule as to which competitions I'm doing. I'm not sure which shows yet. I'm still not exactly in contest shape. I would say at least my physique is around maybe 2 to 4 weeks away from being good enough for a practice show. I would say around 8-9 weeks before I get like peeled. So whichever shows come around those times or the weeks after, I will maybe do, depends. Just basing this more on convenience and really just freestyling this thing. That was something I think I kind of messed up in my 2019 season. I announced everything at the start of prep, and then I think I psyched myself out towards the end. So that's not gonna happen this time. But yeah, again, that was all I had to say, probably. But if you want to see any specific videos during this prep, just let me know in the comments. And also, please do subscribe to the channel if you're interested in following this prep journey. And I'll see you guys in the next one.